what led you to make this album called SHONUFF? What? How did you get to this point in your rap career?
Sometimes you gotta separate yourself from everybody else. You know, I was born in 1987, November 5th. 80s baby, crack era. One of the most prevalent movies had to be The Last Dragon. But back then it seemed like, in the movie, the good guy, was the one to root for. But nobody like did a backstory on SHONUFF. Nobody like really knew who SHONUFF was. We just knew he was the bad guy, he's the antagonist. You know what I'm saying, the film or whatever. So bringing it all the way to 2023, 2022 rather, when I first started working on the joint, co-writing the project. I just wanted something that was going to separate me from everybody else. I ain't want nobody to compare me to nobody. I ain't want to be, oh, he sound like this, or he rhyme like that, or he remind me of this dude, or he sound like that dude. I ain't want to do that. I ain't want to make no music like that. I ain't want to go through that. Even though you can't control how people feel or think, I ain't want to be one of them niggas that just give people that idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, so making the SHONUFF album, I wanted to separate myself from the rest. You feel me? What got me to this point in my career is not making a hit record, not going platinum, not going gold. None of that shit is really top tier lyricism. Being one of them niggas that got a top tier pen. I want my pen to be respected. I want people to respect my pen, respect my freestyle, respect my flow, respect my bars, respect my wordplay, respect my skill, respect my passion, respect my delivery. I want niggas to respect my ball game, how I rhyme, how I bring it. So I gave niggas 9 to 10 tracks of some of the hardest shit you can add. Stories, real life stories, some fiction stories, just, being creative for my imagination. And some is real life shit, like you got joints on there called the Shogun, where I be like, this game is rigged, this fight is fixed, I got stories on there like Dirty Girl, about a nigga that just, about a cokehead who he was a drug dealer, supposed to be selling the drugs, you feel me, and he fell in love with the drugs, you know what I'm saying, he fell in love with a dirty girl, and, niggas been rigging fights, since been pimping, and, being that The Last Dragon was an 80s movie, you feel me, I wanted to keep that, that old school, that 80s retro feel in a way, you know what I mean, so, I kept it golden era. I got a record on there called Golden Era, paying homage to the rappers at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like that's what it was time for me to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just wanted to separate the mice from men. I wanted to separate me from everybody else that said there's a good rapper, or a good MC, or a GOAT, best rapper alive, and all that shit. This one of them albums where you got to show and prove. You got to listen to. Yeah, the beats is dope, but the lyricism is top tier. You feel me? Lyricism is top tier, excellent. Like, I come off, the very first song is Youngblood. You know what I'm saying? I come off, I use that record as a stool in a way, as a footstool in a way, saying that to say, like, if you remember the Dead Presidents movie, the beat got, Cudi and Youngblood from Dead Presidents inside the beat sample from the scene for one of the hardest scenes of the movie when, he was mad that Cudi was fucking with his girl. And Cudi was mad that he had his girl. So it was really a fight between egos and pride clashing. And I had to really give niggas my point of view from coming up as a young blood. And that story is profound. Like, I come out the gate swinging, very first song. let niggas know where I'm lyrically at and where I'm going with it and what it could be. You know what I mean? So, top tier lyricism, being the best rapper, being the, you know what I'm saying, being the dopest rapper, the illest rapper. That's why I made SHONUFF. I wanted to separate myself from the rest. Right now, I feel like everybody in the rap game is trying to be Bruce Leroy, or it's like in my imagination, everybody is a Bruce Leroy right now. Everybody want to be a good guy. The same tight pants. Bruce Leroy had tight pants. If you look back at the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was in the 80s. But it's like everybody's living up to that Bruce Leroy hype. Where the fuck is the SHONUFFs at? And it's a lot of us out there. I'm just the one to really like step up and say, yeah, nigga, if the world is full of Bruce Leroys and SHONUFF, I'm a SHONUFF. You dig what I'm saying? I wanted to bring the SHONUFF character to life. You feel me? Through Slash Piff, through myself as an MC. You feel me? If SHONUFF could rap, it probably sound like me. You dig? I just wanted to show niggas what SHONUFF could have been. You know what I'm saying? If they made a spin-off for a part 2, how SHONUFF would have been in the game, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of Bruce Leroys right now, answering to these senseis and shit, the labels, you know what I'm saying? SHONUFF ain't answer to nobody. SHONUFF was the sensei. SHONUFF was the big homie. You dig? SHONUFF didn't answer to nobody. Niggas answered to SHONUFF. You know what I mean? So, and if you're not a fan of the last Dragon movie, you're not going to understand where I'm coming from at all. So, some people might not relate, but for the ones that do, they going to have a ball. You know what I mean? FC more. Shout out DJ Metal Monkey. Shout out DJ Ryu Netcher. You feel me? Without them, this shit wouldn't even been possible. I give thanks and nights to the Most High. You feel me? God for allowing me to, link with them and put this together.